Have you ever looked at a kangaroo and thought, that animal is cute, but it also looks like it could win a fight in a parking lot? Because kangaroos are not just adorable animals hopping around Australia. They are powerful marsupials with giant feet, strong legs, muscular tails, and babies that grow inside a pouch. They can leap across open fields, balance on their tails, live in groups called mobs, and yes, sometimes the males really do box each other like they have unresolved emotional business. But behind the funny videos and dramatic fighting, kangaroos are fascinating animals built for survival in some of Australia's toughest landscapes. So today on Animal Wonders, we are diving into the strange, funny, fierce, and fantastic world of kangaroos. From tiny joeys in pouches to powerful males sparring for dominance. And the surprising reason their tails are way more important than they look. Let's find out why kangaroos are some of nature's most unusual animals. When most people think of Australia, one animal usually comes to mind first, the kangaroo. These incredible animals have lived in Australia for millions of years and have become one of the country's most recognizable symbols. There are more than 60 different species of kangaroos and their close relatives, including wallabies and tree kangaroos. The largest of them all is the red kangaroo, which can stand over 6 feet tall when fully upright and weigh close to 200 pounds. Despite their size, they're surprisingly graceful. Instead of walking long distances like most animals, kangaroos travel by hopping, a movement that's actually one of the most energy-efficient ways for a large mammal to get around. The faster they hop, the more efficiently their bodies use energy, allowing them to cross huge stretches of Australia's grasslands and deserts while conserving strength. Some powerful hops can cover nearly 30 feet in a single leap. That's roughly the length of a small school bus, and they can reach speeds of over 40 miles per hour when escaping danger. For an animal that spends most of the day looking calm and relaxed, they're built like elite athletes. If you only looked at a kangaroo's body for a few seconds, you might think its proportions seem a little strange. Tiny front arms, huge muscular legs, enormous feet, and an incredibly thick tail. But every part of its body has a purpose. Those oversized back feet act like powerful springs, storing energy with every hop before releasing it into the next one. Instead of using huge amounts of energy every time they jump, kangaroos recycle much of that energy through their tendons. It's one of the reasons they can travel such long distances without tiring as quickly as many other large animals. Their back legs are so strong that they aren't able to walk the way most mammals do. When moving slowly, kangaroos lean forward, place their front paws on the ground, and use their thick tail almost like a fifth leg to push themselves forward. That tail isn't just for balance. It's incredibly muscular and can support a large portion of the kangaroo's weight while helping propel the entire body forward. Scientists have even compared the tail to an extra leg because of how much work it does. And when it's time to escape, those powerful legs become one of nature's greatest engines, launching the kangaroo across the landscape in massive leaps that predators struggle to match. Every hop is a perfect combination of strength, balance, and remarkable efficiency. No wonder kangaroos are considered some of the greatest jumpers on Earth. One of the most incredible things about kangaroos happens long before a baby ever takes its first hop. A baby kangaroo is called a joey, and when it's born, it's unbelievably tiny. A newborn joey is only about the size of a jelly bean, weighing less than a single ounce. At birth, it's completely blind, hairless, and unable to survive on its own. Yet somehow, using only its tiny front legs and an incredible instinct, the newborn climbs through its mother's fur and makes its way into her pouch. No one teaches it how. It simply knows where to go. Once safely inside the pouch, the joey attaches to one of its mother's teats, where it continues growing for several months. The pouch acts like a safe nursery, protecting the joey while it develops. As it grows larger, curious little eyes begin peeking out from the pouch. Eventually, the joey starts taking short trips outside. At first, it only ventures a few feet before hopping right back into the safety of its mother's pouch. Over time, those trips become longer and longer until the young kangaroo is finally ready to live independently. Even after leaving the pouch for good, many joeys continue nursing from their mothers for several more months. And here's something even more surprising. A mother kangaroo can produce different kinds of milk at the same time. One teat can make milk specially designed for a tiny newborn inside the pouch, while another produces richer milk for an older joey that's already hopping around outside. Very few mammals on Earth can do anything like that. It's just one more reason kangaroos continue to amaze scientists. Australia isn't always an easy place to live. Much of the country is hot, dry, and unpredictable. Rain can be scarce for months. Temperatures can soar well above 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and food isn't always easy to find. Yet kangaroos have adapted to these conditions remarkably well. Most kangaroos spend the hottest part of the day resting in the shade. Instead of moving around under the blazing afternoon sun, they're most active during the early morning, late evening, and throughout the night, when temperatures are much cooler. This behavior helps them conserve both energy and precious water. Their diet is simple but effective. Kangaroos feed mostly on grasses, leaves, shrubs, and other native plants. Like cows, they have specialized stomachs that allow them to digest tough, fibrous vegetation that many other animals couldn't survive on. When food becomes scarce, kangaroos can travel many miles in search of greener areas after rainfall. Their powerful legs make these long journeys much easier than they would be for most large mammals. Water is another challenge. Although kangaroos will drink whenever fresh water is available, many species can survive surprisingly long periods by getting much of the moisture they need directly from the plants they eat. Their bodies are also extremely efficient at conserving water, helping them survive droughts that would be difficult for many other animals. Kangaroos are also social animals. Rather than living alone, they often gather in groups called mobs, which can range from just a few individuals to dozens gathered together. Living in a mob provides extra eyes to watch for danger. If one kangaroo spots a predator, the entire group becomes alert within seconds. Young kangaroos also benefit from staying close to experienced adults, learning where to feed, when to rest, and how to recognize potential threats. In one of the world's toughest environments, teamwork and smart adaptations have helped kangaroos thrive for millions of years. By now, it's pretty clear that kangaroos are extraordinary animals, but they still have a few surprises left. For example, did you know kangaroos are actually excellent swimmers? Most people picture them hopping across Australia's open grasslands. But when they need to cross rivers or lakes or escape danger, kangaroos can swim surprisingly well. They use their powerful back legs to propel themselves through the water while their front paws help them steer. In fact, some kangaroos have even been known to lure predators into deep water, where they can use their strong front legs to push them under the surface before escaping. Fortunately, encounters like that are extremely rare. Here's another interesting fact. Kangaroos cannot easily walk backward. Their large feet and powerful tail make moving in reverse difficult. That's one reason the kangaroo appears on Australia's national coat of arms. Alongside the emu, another animal that rarely moves backward, the kangaroo symbolizes a nation that's always moving forward. Scientists have also discovered that wild kangaroos often show a preference for using one hand more than the other. Just like humans can be right-handed or left-handed, many kangaroos appear to favor their left paw when grooming, eating, or performing other everyday tasks. They're also surprisingly quiet animals. Unlike many mammals, kangaroos don't bark, roar, or chatter very often. Instead, they communicate through soft clicking sounds, gentle coughs, foot thumps, body posture, and scent signals. These subtle forms of communication help them stay connected without attracting unwanted attention from predators. And despite their incredible athletic abilities, kangaroos spend a lot of time doing something much less exciting, relaxing. Resting during the hottest hours of the day helps conserve energy for the cooler evenings when they're most active. Sometimes, the smartest survival strategy is simply knowing when to slow down. The more scientists study kangaroos, the more they discover that these iconic animals are far more intelligent, adaptable, and fascinating than they first appear. If you've ever seen two kangaroos standing upright, throwing punches at each other, you might have wondered if they're actually boxing. The answer is, kind of. Male kangaroos, often called boomers, regularly fight each other to establish dominance and earn the right to mate with females. These contests usually begin with staring, posturing, and sizing each other up. If neither one backs down, the fight begins. They'll grab each other with their front paws, shove one another, and sometimes throw quick punches. But their most powerful weapon isn't their fists, it's their legs. A kangaroo can balance almost entirely on its thick, muscular tail while delivering incredibly powerful kicks with both hind legs at the same time. Those kicks are strong enough to knock an opponent backward and can even cause serious injuries. Fortunately, most fights don't last very long. Once one kangaroo realizes he's been overpowered, he'll usually retreat rather than continue risking injury. The strongest males often become the leaders of the mob, giving them the best chance of passing on their genes. But kangaroos don't only fight other kangaroos. When cornered by predators, or if they feel threatened by people or dogs, they can become surprisingly defensive. Although attacks on humans are rare, wild kangaroos deserve plenty of space and respect. They're not naturally aggressive, but they're certainly powerful enough to defend themselves when they have no other choice. So while those viral videos of boxing kangaroos may look funny, you're actually watching a very serious competition that helps shape the next generation of kangaroos. Kangaroos have become some of the most recognizable animals on Earth. They appear on Australia's coat of arms, its currency, sports teams, tourism campaigns, and even airplanes. For millions of people around the world, the kangaroo is the first animal they think of when they hear the word Australia. But these remarkable marsupials are much more than a national symbol. They're an important part of Australia's ecosystems. As they graze, kangaroos help shape grasslands and influence plant growth. Their movements can spread seeds across the landscape, and they play a role in maintaining healthy habitats for countless other species. Today, many kangaroo populations remain healthy, although some species and close relatives face challenges from habitat loss, climate change, drought, wildfires, and increasing development. Protecting Australia's unique landscapes helps ensure these incredible animals continue to thrive for generations to come. The next time you see a kangaroo hopping across an open field, remember that you're looking at an animal whose ancestors have survived for millions of years. An animal that can leap farther than most creatures on Earth, raise a baby no larger than a jelly bean, balance on a tail powerful enough to act like an extra leg, and live successfully in one of the harshest environments on the planet. From tiny joeys tucked safely inside a pouch to powerful boomers battling for dominance, kangaroos remind us that nature often creates the most extraordinary designs in the most unexpected ways. And that's what makes them one of the true wonders of the animal kingdom. If you enjoyed learning about these amazing animals, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Animal Wonders, and let us know in the comments, what animal should we explore next? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Animal Wonder.